Um, it's a very interesting stuff on Monday when we last played this. Some interesting things going on with this. Let's see with this. That yeah. Let's get through the section today. DLD. Let's say section. Let's see what's up there. Use this one. Like it's not really going good.
I think it's safe to rest here now.
Next petition! Step forward!
My lord, please hear my humble request.
Who goes there? Halt! Is that Miguel? The traitor?
Guards! Don't let them get any closer! His Excellency's life is in grave danger! Kill them all at once!
Almost at a loss of words with the
Wait.
Scales are concerned. Yes, we are. There's nothing wrong with admitting.
Stay back, Your Excellency. It's too dangerous.
Enough. He cannot harm me. Nor, I think, does he intend to do so. Isn't that right, Miguel?
Indeed it is, Lord Dohalim.
I have heard many a rumor about you, but I suppose we'll have more time for those later. You have made some rather interesting friends.
He has something he wishes to show you. We are here to make sure he does.
And what could that be?
Please, my lord, you needn't give these miscreants the time of day. I shall personally...
Silence, Kelzelik. I wish to speak with them. Please, you were saying.
It's what's in there, my lord. Have you ever walked all the way through the quarry, my liege? Right to the other side?
Now that you mention it, I don't believe I have. It's a den and medical facility of some kind, is it not?
I think you need to see for yourself, my lord. All I ask is that you witness this before you pass judgment upon me.
Then witness it I shall. Kisara? This man is your brother, correct? I would like to ask that you personally escort me while in there.
I should warn you, what lies ahead is fraught with danger. You should all take care and stay on your guard as we proceed.
Danger? What could be so dangerous about it? It's a regular workplace, isn't it?
You'll see. Please, I ask only that you trust me.
Sounds like you all need to rethink your medical facilities around here. Hospitals are supposed to be safe.
Quite. Kisara, let's see what they have to show us, shall we?
As you wish, my lord.
Your strength is appreciated. With you, we can all breathe a little easier.
I didn't realize you held my strength in such high regard.
I meant what I said before. Anyone who tries to fight you will have a hard time of it. How long have you been wielding that enormous shield?
Ever since my first job as a guardsman. Our duty was to stop any attack dead in its tracks, then take all that momentum and turn it right around to smash the attacker.
But why bother blocking in the first place? Wouldn't it be better to just dodge the attack and hit back immediately?
Try doing that when you've got someone standing behind you that you need to protect. This shield is a symbol of our conviction as guardsmen. Every time we successfully block an attack, our fighting spirit only grows stronger.
So what you're saying is that, unlike Law, you can actually take a hit.
I'm right here!
This area right here is where the real Heart of Darkness used to lie in Menancia. It wasn't unusual for the holes we dug in this earth to become our graves, and for the stones we mined to serve as our tombstones.
That's right. I can remember it so clearly. I remember how the adults used to describe this place, like it was setting foot in the gaping maw of a monster. But anyway, that's all history now.
It is. All the bloodstains on the rocks, the still air, the constant stench of death. We're very lucky that it's all in the distant past. The smell of sweat and debris still hangs in the air, but at least now the Danans of Menancia can live with joy in their hearts. And it's you that we have to thank for this, Lord Dohalim. We would never have come so far if it wasn't for you.
Miguel, why bring all of this up now? What exactly is the point?
I just wanted to remind us. I think it's important that we remember how precious the rights we enjoy under his lordship's grace truly are.
But I still don't get why...
You'll understand soon enough. For now, I simply want you to keep what I've said in mind as we continue our journey.
It's teeming with Zeugles. Are they kept here as some kind of deterrent?
Not that I know of. This is where the spirit vessel is housed, so it's no place for beasts. What's going on? Where are all the laborers?
You're the only one who doesn't seem in the least bit surprised. Perhaps you'd care to enlighten us?
All in due course, my lord. But first, just a little bit further. Once we reach our destination, everything will become clear soon enough.
Fine. As you wish.
He's white and she's biracial. The typical tragic mulatto. Before I go any further, let's go ahead and roll a full clip. If you want to support my commentary, like as always, will be in the description box below.
Wow.
If you're being charged, give me a shout.
Right. Thanks for the help.
Far enough!
You have to aim for the bright area on their back.
Do it for the weak points! Now I'm ready to go.
Keep charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it. I'll leave it to you. Swallow Blade! Try this! Inferno Torrent! Swallow Blade! Try this!
Nothing gets by me.
Inferno Torrent!
You're mine.
Flush!
Nothing gets by me.
Flush! Swallow Blade! Coming through! Ha! Now!
Glacial Spear! Evil! Thunder Blade Lancer!
Infernal Torrent! Slash! Try this!
Denied!
Infernal Torrent!
Do it! Shield! More for the stop! Back into the flare!
This should come in handy when crafting weapons. All right.
I didn't know you could use arts like that.
Yeah, but still. What?
This is...
Really bad feeling about this. Raging Cascade!
Try this!
It is in the sky of Mars! And never miss!
Swallow Blade!
In
Try
here!
this!
It'll work! Now you see what I can do!
Burn!
Glacial Spear!
Here we go!
Try this!
Not on my watch!
Infernal
Freeze
Torrent!
Laser! Do it! Eon! Astral Energy! Full throttle!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
How long have they been mining this place out?
Since before I was born. Or so they tell me. Probably for decades.
That long? I'm impressed the place has never caved in during all that time.
What you think this is?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Infernal Torrent!
Gale Force! That's my cue! Here's a hero!
Shut him down! Try this!
Air
Infernal Torrent!
Don't get complacent.
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret it.
Try this! Infernal Torrent!
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kitara.
Be careful, everyone. This one isn't normal.
If it's in the sky, it's mine. Go for the weak point.
This one's all mine. Infernal turret!
Here it goes! Reload!
Ignite!
Will this help? Do it!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
He was in on the 2002 Forbes Billionaires list. That's a man's debt. His wealth was valued at $2 billion. Twice married with 3 children. His credit accepted in 1972. And still down to CEO in 2017. He's younger than Samantha 19. He uses negative pronouns and self-described black supremacists. He lives into Mrs. Tyree during the eulogy and his funeral. As a renegade, this story ain't Tyree. And the describer by the aggressive Southwest Asian says some straight white man. Most of the footage on social media choreographed in 2 million views. So she goes to Oakland College in Atlanta and Franklin Pendleton, Michigan. So you move from Franklin, Michigan. Who knows where that is in Michigan? It's not Detroit, obviously. And you go to Atlanta. Okay, I know what that is. Like I said, you're just trying to really find yourself. That's a word that I don't know. So you're just trying to find yourself. And you finding yourself is, okay, I gotta attack everybody that's white. I feel like we're an ally in this.
This place is a lot more complicated than I expected. Is this the right way?
Yeah. You'll find some metal scaffolding nearby. Once we go through there, we can make our way to the inner depths.
Are you on alert for your brother?
You needn't.
Samantha Foss, the daughter of a billionaire, who died. Friends ain't got his funeral about him being white supremacy.
Worry so much. He's not the type of man to act rashly.
Right.
Looks like we've arrived.
This is the way to the medical facility, right?
You'll see. Let's keep going.
And I'm gonna just say one more thing here. If you have a problem with somebody, family member or something like that, try to resolve it because they might not be here one day. You might not be able to resolve it.
Gotta break
Here's
through!
a healing arc. First aid
I owe you
right in
one.
your stream.
Now you see what I can do!
Glacial Spear. Here's Storm. They may look cute and stuff, but they're big. Take away. You're mine.
Got fire!
I've got this. Let Marksman handle it.
All yours!
I never miss. Now.
Slap!
Lightning orb.
I need to be stronger.
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
Glacial Spear. That's freaking good. Lightning orb. Lightning gets by me. Swallow Blade. One more. Let's give it a whirl.
Swallow Blade!
Fury. Glacial Spear. That's my cue.
Shut him down!
Here, let me help. Do it. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Will this help? Photon dance in the wind. Sleep now. Healing circle. I'll be saving this.
This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
Try this! Infernal Torrent!
Here's evil! Lightning
Try
orb!
this!
Dark field!
Lava Blade!
Here we go!
Infernal Torrent!
Flying freeze! You need to sit still!
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Lava Blade! Infernal Torrent! Thanks! Try this! Infernal Torrent!
Hey, that...
Looks like we won.
So there really is an underground lake here. Tell me, where is the medical facility?
It's not here. In fact, it never even existed in the first place.
But I've seen people carried in here with my own eyes. Where could they have all gone?
The answer is right in front of you. You need but open your eyes.
What do you mean?
Are you trying to say that they all drowned in this lake?
No. They are just what you see before you. What's left when matter ceases to be matter. Perhaps the scale is throwing you off. Let me show you what I'm getting at.
What?
No way. It can't be.
So then, this entire lake is...
Yes. All this is the hollowing.
I still don't follow, Miguel. What happened to your hand? And what is this hollowing you speak of?
This is what I wanted to show you, my lord. When a life form's drained of its astral energy, its physical form breaks down completely, a death leaving no physical remains. All that's left is a reflective substance, the only proof that matter once existed at all. That hollowing is the substance that fills this lake.
This whole lake. How many people? How many Danans?
You actually expect me to believe all that? That an astral arts illiterate Danan would know of this unseen atrocity? And that I, a Renan lord, would have no knowledge?
I have one last piece of evidence, Lord Dohalim. This is a fruit of Helgen, the cause of all of this.
What are you doing, Miguel?
Here is your proof, my lord. Proof of the bounds of your knowledge. Proof of the countless Dahnan deaths under your watch. No, they were not merely deaths. Those Dahnans were completely erased. And now, the only testament is that lake of hollowing.
Miguel!
Someone close to you is behind all of this. This person is amassing huge amounts of astral energy. You have to stop them. You're the only one who can prevent Menancia from returning to the living hell that it was once before. I beg you, for the future of the utopia you have created, please stop them. Don't let your dream die just as it's become a reality.
Wait a minute, I don't know if I...
Miguel! Miguel! Miguel!
Forgive me, Kisara. I'm sorry. It was the only way I could open his eyes. I didn't have much time left anyway. Please, help our Lord Dohalim to make our greatest dream a reality.
Miguel? Miguel?
Stop! Stop! That voice! Make it stop!
What is this? His master core is going berserk! Miguel! Miguel!
I know all you want, but we need your help. We've gotta get him under control.
Damn! As if he wasn't already strong enough!
Pray forgive me this, my lord.
Right! Big blast! Brutal current!
Annihilation! Hear me!
Swallow blade! Try this!
That rock is huge!
Watch out, everyone!
Dance in the wind! Here! Blaze spear! Pierce the evil!
Oh, you are gonna pay for this!
Swallow blade!
You may be strong, but I'll never back down!
Here, let me help. Still got some fight left.
Go away! Try this! Infernal
Lightning
torrent!
orb!
I'm on it! Try this! Try this! Infernal torrent!
Healing circle!
Swallow blade! Try this! Infernal torrent! Come on! Try this! Infernal torrent! Not today!
Anything you offer is all
Everyone! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's a healing art!
Where are you going?
I can carve through armor!
Glacial Spear! Pierce Evo!
I'll run you through!
Freeze Laser!
Try this! Infernal Turret! Storm!
Dance in the wind!
Infernal Turret!
Power of water!
Denied! First strike!
Dance in the wind!
Infernal Turret!
I'll be ready!
Try this! Infernal Turret! Knock it out!
Dance in the wind!
I'm not feeling so great.
Swallow Blade!
Look out for the charge attack!
Nothing gets through me. This I swear.
I owe you one.
First strike! You're done! Attack time!
Where are you going?
Eat this!
Here, let me help. Hey, Lester.
I can handle it! That's freaking good!
Mega Ray! Not in your dreams!
Try this!
Wind
Infernal
Astral
Turret!
Energy! Dance in the wind! Hand thrust!
Line!
Will this help?
Denied! That's fun!
Swallow Blade! Try this! Infernal Turret!
I can't hear you forever! I'll be saving this one! Just strike! Lightning to get over! Thunderblade! Too much to handle!
I'm on! Swallow Blade! Try this!
Raging Cascade! Spread!
Swallow Blade! Try this!
Ready and win!
Infernal Turret!
Armor won't save you!
Swallow Blade! Swallow Blade! It's too much! Is this it?
Wind Astral Energy! I'll bring you back from that! Talon Sword! Lightning Dissipation! Here comes! Here, let me help! Not on my watch! First aid! Lightning Control! Thunder Ray! Searing Flame!
This should do it!
You're doing what?
Try this! I'm on! Try this!
No further.
He stopped moving!
Get it now!
Please forgive me.
Sleep now.
I'm on it!
I'll be saving top wheel!
Strike! Try this!
Lightning
Infernal
Arm!
Turret!
Now!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone.
Here's a healing art!
Anything in armor is all mine!
Try
Sleep
this!
now!
I can carve through armor!
Infernal
Oh,
Turret!
baby! Searing Flame! Dance in the
This
wind!
time!
Here's a
Try
healing
this!
art!
You picked the wrong fight!
First aid!
Infernal Turret!
Wind Astral Energy! Mega Ray! Raging Cascade! Annihilation! Mega Ray!
Strike!
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
looking good. No. Can't end here.
Glacial Spear! Here's the evil! Here and now! I'm on it!
I'm on it!
Denied! Sleep now! More for the stockpile! Annihilation!
Is this it?
Where are you going?
This is just fucking good.
You're done! Lightning Orb! Here goes! Glacial Spear! Here's evil! Lightning Condensed! Into the shadows!
Over?
Glacial Spear! Lightning Orb! Freeze Cleanser! First strike! Shattering! Lightning Orb! Attack time! Lightning Condensed!
This should do it!
Ready to go!
Watch this!
Into the shadows!
Breaking justice!
Lightning Condensed!
Can't move!
Gemini Hawk! Lightning Orb! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Watch it! Prime the... Raging Cascade! Burning! Spread! Dance in the wind! Air Glacial Spear! Here's evil! This one's mine!
Swallow
Into the
Blade!
shadows!
Try this!
Shield!
It's
Thunder
mine!
Blade! Not on my watch!
Slack!
Lightning
Try this!
Raging Cascade!
Portal Torrent!
Seal!
All mine! Burn!
I'll be saving you!
Swallow Blade!
Photon blast!
That's what you won't get! You'll pay for that!
Can't be happening! Seal! More for the stockpile! Lightning Orb! Lightning Thrust! Lightning Condensed! Thunder Blade!
Swallow Blade! Swallow Blade! Infernal Torrent!
Lightning Condensed! Thunder Blade!
Try this! Infernal Torrent! Swallow Blade!
Dance in the wind!
Infernal Torrent!
Lightning Trilogy! Lightning Condensed! Thunder Blade! Or Steel! Sleep now, not in your dreams! Lightning Orb! More for that Kid Thrust! Seal! I'll be saving this one! Lightning Orb!
This one's all mine!
Light as dance in the wind!
Ignite!
Air Photon raging! Everyone still doing all right?
Never mind us. You worry about you, Yunwell.
Right! I've still got fight in me yet! Here! Raging Cascade! Right. Too much to handle? Hey, dance in the wind! Sealed! More for the stockpile! I'm
Infernal Torrent! Slap! Try this!
Denied!
Swallow Blade! Try this! This one's all mine! Not today! Swallow Blade! Try this! Infernal Torrent! Swallow Blade! Try this!
Lord Dohalim!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclops!
You all right? What was that just now? I understand this is a lot for you to take in, but Miguel trusted you.
Impossible. I have no such power. Truth be told, I never wanted this. I never wanted to be a lord. However, competing for a position in the crown contest was required of me, and in the process, I took the life of a dear friend. The life I took and the bloodshed, the hatred that it earned me. It was far more than I could ever bear. But the screams and tears of the slaves, they would reawaken my memories of that day. The memories of my friend's scream and the tears of the one who mourned him. I couldn't take it any longer. I didn't want to remember.
So that's it? That's the real reason you freed the Danans? Just so you wouldn't have to listen to their screams?
Wait. So everything you've done...
Precisely. It was simply to distance myself from all the pain and death, all for my own selfish ends. And if it made everyone happy in the process, well, then that was just an added benefit. Or perhaps I truly did believe in those ideals at one point. But living up to them was never my aim.
Impossible. Your dream of coexistence? The ideals that you always championed? So you're saying that everything you stood for? You're saying it was all just a self-obsessed lie? Tell me it isn't true, Lord Dohalim. Because my brother believed in you in your dream!
Forgive me.
So this is who you really are?
Stop!
Let go! Let me go! Let me go!
It's enough, Kisara! Stop!
I'll tear him apart! I swear
Are you trying to ignore your brother's dying wish? He entrusted you with his dream!
I started losing my hair when I was 24 years old down here in WCW.
Just kill me.
I saw the right
I'm nothing. I am but a shell of a man now. I'm just a pitiful coward who shrank from his duties. I would only ask that you make it quick.
So, shaving my head, the fact that I was going hard turned out to be the best thing that could have ever happened to me.
This man?
Because of stunning Steve Austin.
This is the person my brother died for. And for what? For what? silent now.
So as you can probably tell from the caption,
Go,
this woman
before I change my mind.
So the first comment says, understandable. I mean, growing from League 2 to the Premier League, I would too. You never know what's that at. Bro is saving up coins for the next upgrade. Makes complete sense, bro. My boy leveled up. Upgrades are needed in life. Can you tag it next time? Bro took a win. Rewarded in the fields, 3 stars. I'm not promoting cheat. I'm not saying it's right that her boyfriend cheated on her. She's a muppet for posting that. So is this girl as well. Take a look at this.
Are you feeling any better?
Yeah, a little. Thanks.
What are we gonna do now?
I still have unfinished business with Dohalim.
He's a world away from the Lord Balseph was. There's no need for us to fight him, Shion.
In case you've forgotten,
Guys! I think something's going on outside.
Kisara! There you are!
What's happening?
Kelzelik has started an insurrection. He's driving all of the Danans out of the palace.
What? Has he lost his mind? What about Lord Dohalim?
We don't know where he is, Captain. We thought maybe you would.
No, I don't. I haven't seen him since we were inside the quarry.
Damn. Well, either way, I wouldn't go near the palace. Any suspected Renan sympathizers are being arrested on sight. This whole thing is a powder keg about to explode. Best prepare for the worst.
I guess not all of the Renans here like the idea of coexisting with the Danans after all.
So this is it. This is the real Menancia.
Are you giving up?
On what? This realm is already finished. It perished along with my brother's dream.
That's a shame. And I guess all the people who believed in that dream are on their own out there, aren't they? Not all of the Renan sided with Kelzelik.
I can't. What the fuck is voice message?
There's still hope, Kisara. Your brother's dream is only dead when there's nobody left who believes in it. Am I wrong?
What is going on here? Let's go straight to voice message.
You're right. I'm going to the palace. I need to see what's happening there with my own eyes.
I can't. It won't let me. It won't let me.
What are you all doing?
I thought it was pretty clear. We're coming with you.
I appreciate the thought, really. But there's no need for you all to get involved in this.
Dohalim said it himself, right? All of us. We're liberators.
Thank you.
Will things be okay in the city?
I'm concerned about that as well. But for now, let us get to the palace.
Right. We best clamp down on things at the source before they get out of control.
The fact the enemy's holding themselves up tells me they're not exactly happy to see us.
Then we'd better go in prepared for whatever welcome we get. Good. This came out just the way I hoped.
What's all these? What's up going to fucking wheel? Sorry, I was trying to call you because the phone because it kept going straight to voicemail. Yeah, that's what happened. It wouldn't ring, it just go straight to voicemail. Yeah. I was thinking I was gonna. It's okay, but you was gonna say it's gonna. I wanted to mention stories and get some extra haircuts and Oreos. Yeah, I'll text her. I'll text her. Yeah. Okay. Bye. It's just weird. Alright. I want to leave by like 12. Hey. Okay. No, I actually wanted, I guess the point was telling you we were having a problem with Poland, but, and she didn't call me, and I had to call the house. But, no, what I wanted to mention was, like, wanted to get some extra haircuts. Yeah. Yeah, I think I thought it was Oreos. Gonna need it this week. You did put soda for me on there, right? Downstairs, I was like, dude, I want to have some extras and worry about, you know. Yeah. I mean, I have so much chicken left, don't too. I have no problem. I can think of it. it. Right.
I thought we'd see fighting throughout the city, but it's dead quiet.
Either Dohalim's allies have been arrested, or they're keeping a low profile.
Meaning the rebels are occupying the palace? Then let's hurry up and kick those bastards out.
So as you can see, it said you must have so many bodies, and then afterwards she said she's got 0 bodies. Now the comments in it, last one, it says literally just cap right to the very end.
I hate Nutella. I don't like Nutella. I think it's shit.
This place is awfully quiet for a siege palace.
Such a huge place without all those people here.
They're probably waiting to ambush us.
With so few Renans here, I guess this is what it's like when the Danans are expelled and the ruling minority are all that's left. My money's on them using Zeugles to even the odds.
I don't even see any Danan guardsmen.
The fact that they're not at their stations tells me they really have been driven out. We all swore an oath of loyalty to Lord Dohalim. My fellow guards wouldn't abandon their post lightly.
Speaking of which, where the heck is he?
How could this be happening?
Any idea where we should go in the main building?
My view on this is, let's get more stuff in there too. This has been an ongoing investigation. It's a serious investigation. What is it? Nearly 3 dozen either indictments or guilty pleas. I mean, that's a pretty amazing investigation already. And make a report to the American people. I think that's going to be absolutely incredible. I think we need all of it out there because I think all of our fellow citizens need to see that. I think that needs to be a part of the whole decision-making process. You know, at least what we're hearing, and I have no special knowledge of this, but is that we're very close to having that. So, you know, I think it all ought to be out there to see.
Alright guys, so we got to talk about Yellow Hats. I mean, because Jane Gilbert put out a tweet the other day that I responded to that I think is worth discussing and talking about.
Let's try the Lord's Chamber.
Worth a shot.
Okay, they're pissed now that the GOP has decided to investigate Joe Biden for his business dealings overseas with his son. Okay, potentially business dealings that could compromise the president. It is a potential national security issue that definitely should be investigated, especially how after the past 2 years, mainstream media told us that this was Russian disinformation. It turns out that it wasn't. It was real. It was true. And I believe that the rabbit hole is extremely deep and it needs to be investigated. But apparently not according to Democrat progressive hacks like Sid Gilbert, who says none of Republicans have gained.
Hey, Law, you can bust that wall open, can't you?
Well, let's give it a try and find out!
You sure about that?
They think nothing for you. And then I responded to this and I said, what did the January 6th Commission do to help the American people? Well, of course, he's not going to lie to you.
From what I hear, that thing can stop even a cannonball.
On second thought, let's see if there's a release mechanism somewhere.
What's happening here is that Democrats are upset because they're getting a taste of democracy, right?
Right.
St. Gilbert, by showing up again in his video, supported the Mueller investigation, which essentially found that
Right.
Russia bought Facebook ads, right, to try to get Trump and Bernie Sanders and didn't put him in there elected. Okay, that's what they did. Now there was no collusion between Trump and Russia. But this guy, for whatever reason at the time, thought it was a great idea to investigate this. Right? He thought it was a great idea for the Democrats to be using precious time that they can be using to, make healthcare more affordable, to increase people's wages, to help out the American people in some way to solve problems. He thought that it was a great idea to look into this stuff and potentially be used to get Trump out of office. Right? Now, Republicans are playing that same game and they want to melt down while they cry about it. So, that being said, I want to go ahead and react to Jake talking about the GOP and their investigation into Joe Biden. First of all, this is such a classic Democrat move. So they certainly not right before the elections.
Brace yourselves! This one's tough! I see one,
No fear can stand up to these things.
Forward! Swallow blade!
Flying freak!
It's almost too strong. Can you take care of that one?
Interception's done.
Hammer won't save you! That's my shield!
Flame of Fury!
Dragon Show!
Glacial
Watch
Steel!
Swallow blade!
I'll be waiting now! That's my cue!
Shut him down! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here, let me help!
Swallow blade! Try down!
Confiscated!
This one's all mine! Ignite!
Photon Strike!
Swallow blade! Try this! Inferno turret! Slash! Try this!
Raging Cascade!
Slash!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Well then, let's keep moving.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
First strike! I won't show you any mercy! You got Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Hands in the wind!
Try this! I can carve through Infernal Turret!
Healing Circle!
Swallow Blade!
That's my cue!
I need to be stronger.
I think this is a key to the noble room of the castle.
A noble what?
The room at the northern end of this floor. Maybe the release mechanism is in there.
Before they lose power, that's their favorite move. But on the other hand, I agree with this guy that if I was under Biden and I was innocent, as a
dispose of the trash.
Flare tornado!
I'm on it!
I'll let you take my revenge on you!
I see what happened!
Not on my watch!
Thomas too strong!
Split it open!
Be my guest!
Here comes
Swallow time! Slap! Swallow blade! Try this! Infernal torrent! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Glacial Spear! Here
Burn! Storm! Swallow blade! Try this! Kisara! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclops!
Seems about right to me.
Try to subpoena Trump right from the get-go because they knew that. However, they pulled a stunt where they subpoenaed Trump right before knowing that they were losing their term so that they could essentially, again, try to score political points, knowing that they would never have to follow through with it because Republicans would take back the House and basically stop the investigation, right? And stop all the January 6th. So now, see, he's just kind of extrapolating from that Republicans will use this precedent that the Democrats set to try to make Joe Biden testify, but that's not necessarily true. We don't really know that yet. Okay, they said they're going to investigate Hunter, but Joe Biden testify.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Here comes Healing Lightning Contagion! Thunderblade! By the power of water!
Denied! Put that gun out of your hand! I'll smash you!
My shield! Infernal torrent!
Done
Now! Astral Energy!
Say no more!
One more!
There's always room for improvement.
Hi, Hoodle!
Now you'll learn!
A showdown between blade and fist.
Crossblade! Take it! You're mine! Hope this works! Annihilation!
Try this!
By the power
Swallow
of
blade!
Lightning Orb!
All right.
Is that not what Democrats were doing? I'm just saying.
There are enemy forces here, too?
They must be predicting our movements and deploying accordingly.
So they figured we were coming all along, is that it?
He actually thinks it is useful, right? That it's
What's this thing?
whether or not Trump and Russia colluded together, okay, to try to overthrow the 2016 election, to affect the outcome of the 2016 election. We should investigate that, spend millions and millions and millions of taxpayer dollars, along with all the other, you know, House and Congress against
No choice! Bring him down!
Not on my watch! Raging Prestige!
This one's all mine!
I can really don't give up, do they?
Do it! Astral Energy!
Say no more!
Lightning! I never miss! More when that came from!
Barely a blip on our radar.
Biden's about peace, but it's about Joe Biden. So, again, I just found it funny how people...
Go no further!
Engaging! Try this!
Mega
Torrent! Try this!
You'll have no mercy! Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
You know, the more I think about it, This palace is way too big for its own good.
Tell me about it. Plus, where the hell were these soldiers and Zugals all this time?
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
I see one, eh?
Thank you. I'm the true gunslinger around here. Art steel! Not on my watch! Glacial spear! Piercing!
It's almost too strong.
Now split it open!
Be my guest. Carve through armor. Like steel.
Eat this! That's my cue!
Try this. Shut him down.
This one's mine! Will this help?
Swirl blade. Try this. Infernal torrent.
Fine not too long ago.
More with that!
Try this. Infernal torrent.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
So what is Mahag Sar exactly?
One of the 5 realms of Dana. From the sound of it, Kelzelik had some dealings with them.
We have to stop Sir Kelzelik.
Don't you think it's about time you dropped the sir?
He always treated us Danans with such warmth and kindness. Did he have such bad intentions all along? I just can't bring myself to believe it.
Forget about intentions. We should assume he's the one who's behind all these incidents. It's not surprising to me that there are Renans in Menancia who resent Dohalim, but I didn't expect one would be so close to him.
Yes, I suppose you're right. I guess all of us here in Menancia are still some way off from being a truly united realm, aren't we?
Are you going to be okay, Kisara?
I don't know, but I definitely don't want things to end like this. Please, lend me your strength.
Of course. Anyone who tries to oppress others is our enemy, and we'll gladly stand against them. Besides, I want to believe that this realm really can do better too.
Be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Thunderbolt! You'll pay for what you did!
Try this one for size.
Try
this.
I'll smash you!
Damn it, Bennett!
Here's the
Swirl blade.
Here
I come. You're finished. You're finished. Fire it away!
Burning strike! With this, I can become even stronger. Forgive you!
You got not today!
Here goes!
I'm going in!
Ready! Do it!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
They've really got us on the ropes.
Don't forget to heal your wounds.
That's no ordinary enemy I see over there.
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
Here goes Searing Flame!
You think that shield will save you?
You picked the wrong fight! Swallow Blade! You got fire! We're
I got it! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours! It's almost too strong!
It'll split it open!
Be my
Thank
guest!
you.
I'm getting started! Annihilation!
Infernal Turret!
Heal Force!
You're mine! You're finished! Engage!
I can carve through
Good
armor!
time!
Lightning Orb! Raging
Swallow Blade!
Cascade!
Try this! Infernal Turret! Abort! Smash him! Swallow Blade! Try this! Burn in hell!
Thunder Field!
Thanks! Swallow Blade!
Come on,
Try this!
I never miss! Retreat
Infernal
ready!
Turret!
Spread!
I can feel my power growing!
This'll make us even more formidable. Is that some kind of note the rebels left?
Hey, it mentions the release mechanism we're looking for, but...
This isn't enough to go on.
Engaging! Freeze blade! Here goes! Laser spear! Here's raging cascade!
Swallow blade! Try this!
Release!
Here's the board!
Air grenade!
Nothing gets by me! Denied!
Mission! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
I've used a bit too much healing.
Look! Another note from the rebels.
If we combine it with the note we found before, then there should be a key inside a cabinet in the office.
Great. Let's see if we can find it. if Dahnans and Renans aren't on completely equal footing here. Both sides still cared about each other. And now we have to fight some of those same Renans inside the palace.
Don't forget, we're here fighting to keep what makes this realm so special alive. Don't lose.
Little help!
I see what Take down their defense! Engaging! And more of them not burn out!
Laser spear! Here's the evil field!
Astral Arts?
That's my cue!
Shut him down! It's almost too strong!
Split it open!
Be my guest!
Swallow blade! Now! Letting astral energy!
Say no more!
Here's a healing arc! First
I owe you!
leave the sword to me!
I've used a bit too much healing.
Did that finally get rid of the wall?
To think they would hide it in Lord Dohalim's personal quarters. The nerve of these people.
They won't get away with it for much longer.
That's right. We have to hurry to the Lord's chamber. Let's go.
did you first realize that you were expected to die?
Critical race theory is a Marxist doctrine. Critical race theory is a Marxist doctrine that rejects the vision.
Introduced a new proposed ban on teaching critical race theory in K through 12 public schools. Well, according to Ethan Lynn, Governor Youngkin introduced a new proposed K through 5 history curriculum, completely removing all mention of it.
Yeah, right in the president to like.
Well, well, if it isn't the slaves and the traitor. I don't remember giving you permission to enter the palace.
So it's true. You really are the one behind all this, Kelzelik.
I don't remember giving you permission to speak either. Know your place, slave.
Now we see his true colors.
Yeah, a despicable excuse for a human being. Though really, I guess that makes him pretty ordinary, huh?
Kelzelik, you were Lord Dohalim's most trusted advisor. His closest ally. Why would you betray him?
Don't be a fool! I didn't serve him because I wanted to. I expect a mere slave would know, but there are many powerful contenders for the position of Lord. A contest of strength determines the one who will be Lord and undisputed ruler of a realm. There is no choice in the selection. If my master had any ambitions of becoming the sovereign, I would have gladly served him.
But he had no intention of fighting for the crown.
Indeed. Can you slaves even imagine how that looked to the rest of us? Enduring the whims of an ambitionless lord, all we could do was wait for the end as we suffered through our humiliation.
You want suffering? Try being Danon for a day.
So you plotted against Lord Dohalim in secret. And when my brother found out...
And I would do it all again if it meant returning Menancia to its rightful state! A realm where Danons are slaves and Renans their masters. It's the natural order.
Enough! Who are you to decide what is natural or rightful, traitor? Miguel, my brother, he dreamed of building a world free of suffering. He gave his life for that dream. And all you've managed to build is a lake of death. You killed my brother. And now you'll die for it! My brother's dead because of you!
Why should I concern myself with the passing of one pathetic slave?
Have you no shame?
It can hide itself? Amazing!
I'll be safe!
Get a word! Try this! Try this!
Ready and
Armor won't save you!
I'll fix you up! Thank you!
Now I'm in the groove!
Into the wind! Dance in the wind!
It vanished again?
Listen carefully and keep your eyes peeled.
This one's all mine! Burn!
Where are you going?
Watch this!
Will this help? Dance in the wind! Here I go! I'll be getting started! Crumble! By the power of confiscated!
Swallow blade! Try this! Infernal torrent! Reverse strike!
Sleep now! Never for the sky!
Swallow blade!
Shattering the pieces!
Infernal torrent! Thanks!
You're mine!
Swallow blade! Infernal torrent! It's time!
Dance in the wind! Glimmer strike! Air thrust! Here's a
Not
healing
today!
Light after
Swallow blade! Try this! Infernal torrent! Swallow blade! Infernal torrent! Slash! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Light
Swallow blade! Try this! Infernal torrent! Thanks! Just the slash! Try this! Infernal torrent!
Dance in the wind! Equal I never miss!
Denied!
Wind astral energy!
I'm on that freaking done!
Thanks! Infernal torrent!
Hurricane!
You picked the wrong fight!
Light astral dance in the wind!
Slash!
Sleep
now. Save you.
Try this! Infernal Torrent! Now! While it's reeling!
Take it down.
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Try this! Infernal Torrent!
Lightning Orb.
Eagle Fly!
Glacial enemies incoming.
Infernal Torrent!
Then we'll take them down.
Infernal Torrent!
Here's a healing
Swallow
on your
Blade!
shield.
Try this!
That move.
Here comes a big one!
All good things come to an
Try
end.
this! Infernal Torrent!
Eagle Fly. Dance in the wind. You all right?
Yeah,
I'll be okay.
Swallow Blade!
Will this help?
Eat this! Slut!
Healing surge.
This isn't looking
In
good.
the sky, it's mine.
Thanks.
Annihilation. I never miss.
An astral art?
That's my cue.
Eat dirt! Shut him down.
Anything in armor is all mine. I'm just getting started.
Slut! Infernal Torrent! I owe you one. This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Done! I'll leave it to you!
Details. Unfortunately, the game's ahead developer, Marek Markowski, did all he could to maintain.
Glacial Spear. Freeze Lancer. Will this help? I'm on a roll now. I'll heal you all.
Blow away! Infernal Torrent!
Light dance in the wind.
First strike!
Eagle Fly. This one's mine.
Ignite!
Here, let me help. First aid.
Eat this! Try this! Infernal Torrent! Swallow Blade! Infernal Torrent!
Now you see what I can do!
Here's a healing art.
I'm on it!
Shiny, it's about to strike.
Look sharp, everyone!
Raging Cascade.
Oh! Now I'm real mad!
Seal. It's always saving this one.
Leave the charges to me.
Here's a healing art. It's weakened. Denied.
This ends now!
I'll blame you
Here and now!
Any more of this and I'll burn out.
I still got some fight left in me.
It was nice while it
Air
lasted.
thrust. This one's mine. This one's mine. Dance in the wind. Glacial Spear. Pierce Eagle. I'll be saving this one. Freeze Laser.
Such a failure.
You pay for that!
You use some lightning to death.
Swallow Blade! Try this! Swallow Blade! Infernal Torrent! Slut! No, I can't! Swallow Blade!
Nothing gets by me.
Slut! Take this! It's over!
Lightning. Downfall. Hear me. Flame of
This one's
fury.
all mine!
Burning strike.
Not today!
Glacial Spear. Pierce Evil. Freeze Lancer.
Swallow Blade!
Searing
This should do
Flame.
it.
Reload. I'm out. Back into the fray.
Infernal Torrent!
Mega Ray.
Swallow Blade!
Mega
You're
Ray.
on! Infernal
Let the
Torrent!
marksman handle this. I never miss.
It's gonna attack!
Right, watch out.
Swallow Blade!
Reload.
Slut!
Glacial Spear. Pierce. Evil.
This should do it!
Freeze Laser.
Try this! Infernal Torrent!
Do it.
This one! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
To make both styles look dramatically.
You filthy slaves are despicable!
Your dreams of attaining lordship are no more. Give up, Kelzelik.
Attaining lordship? Ridiculous. Only those who possess a Master Core can become a Lord. What, did you think just anyone could do it?
But then, what were you trying to accomplish with this? Didn't you betray your lord?
Yes, that's true. However, there are other lords.
Other lords? So you mean...
At last, the truth is revealed.
Dohalim, where have you been this whole time?
Cleaning up. Kelzalek, you've made your last of these.
The fruit of Helgen?
It can't be. You found my production facility?
Correct. And I tore it down. But something still troubles me. It's clear that this is no ordinary fruit. Nor was the equipment used to grow it. You couldn't have done all this without outside assistance. Indeed. Something like this must have come from another realm. Mahag Saar, perhaps?
You actually expect me to talk now? At this point, the contest for the crown will be over soon enough. And you will finally receive the punishment you deserve for your weakness.
I've already received my punishment. May this be my final act as the Lord of Elder Menancia. Go to Mahag Saar, Ganath Horrors, wherever you think you'll find a suitable lord.
Shockingly for Oviel Forest, it already looks like one of the most promising and terrifying upcoming horror games. I mean, the tech of...
Are you alright with this? He killed your brother after all.
He did. But then I thought, he's nothing more than one common, ordinary Renan. He's not worthy of my time or my anger, right?
So after everything, was the dream of coexisting just a dream?
What is that?
Those are the cheers of the brave Danans who overpowered Kelzalek's forces.
Wait, they challenged the Renans?
Indeed. A militia made up of Danan guardsmen, Renan supporters, and of course, the Gold Dust Cats.
Do we have you to thank for bringing them all together?
Regardless of what your original motivations were, your dream of coexistence saved countless lives. And now, those people out there are fighting to keep that dream alive. That's something real.
Be that as it may, they do so now by their own hands. These people no longer need any lord.
Where are you going?
To put an end to the crown contest. So long as its madness persists, peace will remain ever out of reach. I cannot allow it to continue.
The crown contest impacts far more than just the Danans. You're choosing to fight Lenegis and the entire Empire.
I am well aware. However, if I wish to keep this dream from dying, then I have little choice in the matter. Besides, it's the least I can do.
So you're gonna go out there and make that dream real on your own?
You may be decided on your path, but that doesn't make it any less difficult.
Why not walk that road with us?
Pardon?
You heard me. We're fighting to liberate the Danans. You're fighting for the people of this realm. I'd say we're on the same path, really. It would only make sense for us to walk it together.
Danan dissidents, side by side with a Renan lord? Not the least intriguing invitation I've received. An invitation which would only be proper courtesy for me to accept.
My friends, no matter what title,
I'll take that as a yes.
speaker,
Hey, where'd Kisara go? I don't see her anywhere.
Maybe she just needed some time alone. A lot's happened.
That makes sense. She did just lose her brother after all.
We ought to keep moving as well. So long as there are lords who draw breath, we have a mission to complete. Kisara's a big girl. I'm sure she can handle herself. We should hurry on ahead to our next destination.
I guess you're right. And it is a lot safer here than it was. What do you think, Dohalim?
I am not sure I have the right to say anything as far as Kisara is concerned.
Fair enough. Well, I, for one, would like to say goodbye if we get a chance. Let's keep an eye out for her as we leave.
What's Kisara going to do now?
I'm sure it's complicated for her.
Where did Kisara run off to?
You don't think she took off after Kelzelik, do you?
No. Nagal entrusted her with his dream. She wouldn't do something reckless like that. Right now, I think she just needs time to think. What she does from here on out is up to her. She has to be the one to decide.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle?
That's supposed to be how America works. So this is to focus on the judiciary committee, the political nature of the Justice Department. So what was happening with the Hunter Biden story began just 15 days before we have presidential election. I mean, Democrats launched their investigations into Russian interference in American elections. Of course, the connection being to Donald Trump. There was never any there. It was a total nothing murder based on totally salacious information. Well, what about Democrats?
You all arrived here from Cislodia, yes? In that case, you should depart via the south gate, rather than the one you arrived through.
state, and of course some people in the middle will mention and cover it, but it's something that's so massive with deeply destructive implication, and the mainstream media totally ignores it. Washington doesn't seem to care, but I think it's time to really shed some light on the corruption, the weaponization, the bias at these federal agencies, and just the lengths that they are willing to go to get their way to retain power and to do the Democrat Party's bidding, regardless of how dirty that work ends up being. It's time to start connecting the dots, because the dots are there, you just need to connect them. And already the GOP plans on forming these connections. And Joe Biden, their connection in a scheme with Chinese energy firms.
At a time when Americans are suffering from high energy prices because of this administration's terrible energy policy, and Joe Biden off in a scheme to try to get China to buy liquefied natural gas and from a whistleblower to try to get their foot in the door. We start with China starting to purchase an increase gas drillers. The people are in outrage over China buying farmland in the Dakotas. What about China starting to buy into our American energy industry at a time when given energy prices because of the bad policy?
Connect the dots, expose them all. Now's not the time to sit by and pretend as if you're taking the high road. The Democrats did that, so they probably shouldn't. No, the Democrats did it. Better possible with no evidence. It's time to play the same game, except with actual evidence. Get real connections. Criminal behavior. It's time to hold them accountable. And Lord knows, I hope that it doesn't end here. Hillary Clinton is on that list. That very long list.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle? I think there's someone in trouble here.
Well, let's see what they have to say.
Conspiracies, namely Russiagate, and a shadow coup that they launched to elected president and undo an election by illegally framing Donald Trump.
After all that, Kisara never came back to see us.
I'm surprised she slipped away without us noticing. Where would she even go?
Play the same games the Democrats play. No longer.
I hope this place survives. The Danans and Renans have a chance of getting along. We didn't really do much to change things around here, did we?
This realm had its own walls to overcome. And in the end, it was the people themselves who decided to break them down, without any help from us. I hope they keep going. I really do.
Yeah, well, if you say so, I guess. Huh?
All right. I leave command of the Gold Dust Cats in your hands.
You've got nothing to worry about, Kisara. I'll do your brother proud.
Looks like it's time to go. Take good care of Zare for me. All right, Legil?
You've got it. Stay safe, Kisara.
In case you don't know who that chick is, she's some girl who did a poem at Biden's so-called inauguration. I was so mad. I was told 2 weeks ago at this meeting spot, no politics in school. I believed what you said at this meeting.
Sorry about this video quality. I know it's sensitive, but it is what it is. I know this looks super grainy or whatever, but you get the message.
So at lunch, I went up to my principal to tell him about the BLM poster and that I wanted it
Did you
down.
come to say goodbye?
He said it's not coming down. I was like, yeah, it is. Because
Actually, I was wondering if you could use another companion.
Huh?
in school.
Well, we certainly don't mind you coming along. We just figured you'd stay behind and help rebuild. These people could use you.
I thought much the same thing. However, in the end, something changed my mind. Ever since Miguel died, I've been thinking a lot. About where I went wrong, what I should have done differently. You know, that sort of thing. It's true that our dream of coexistence saved many Danan lives, but we were naive and short-sighted. I was so wrapped up in my idea of how things should be that I didn't see the problems that existed right in front of us. I thought we had been given a utopia. And so I never bothered to look too far past its surface.
Before we begin today's episode,
I chose to be ignorant. And because of that, because of me, my brother.
Miguel's death wasn't your fault, Kisara.
Perhaps you're right. But in the end, it was me he entrusted this dream to. I learned that nothing in this life is free, or gained without sacrifice. Now that I know that, I'll just have to figure out what else I don't know.
So, decided to join us?
I have. And hopefully I can continue to protect Elda Menencia from outside the dream world, for the sake of those still inside.
And here I thought you joined for an opportunity on my life.
Captured on Kimberly's CCTV camera. Not one,
In all honesty, I'm grateful to you. I truly am. I don't blame you for what happened.
But I must also leave your service. No longer will I be defined by protecting a Renan Lord. From now on, when I fight to protect my dream.
All I ask is that you do your part, that you fight alongside me, not just for those who used to believe in your dream, but for those that still do. Dohalim.
I understand. I'm no longer a lord anyway.
Well, this crew just gets bigger and bigger. All right, where to, team?
We make for Mahag Sar, the Valley of the Four Winds.
600. Even I was amazed at the variety of champions to play with. My favorite champion has to be the High Elf Legendary Champion, Ethos. A mighty warrior with not just one, but two powerful AoE attacks that deal a ton of damage to all enemies at once. My second favorite champion is the Legendary Champion from the Sacred Order, Venus. An extremely versatile defensive support champion who can put out some extremely powerful debuffs and performs well in each aspect of the game. This month, Raid has just released a brand new faction, the Sylvan Watchers, with some epic new champions. Forest Elves, Ents, Druids, Fae, everyone's favourites are here. And if that's not enough, Raid's got a ton of events, along with a new season of the Forge Pass, where you can get your hands on gear the game has ever seen. Also, if you are a Prime member, you can get your exclusive rewards in Raid right now. And if you haven't started playing Raid yet, click my link in the description or scan my QR code here on the screen. This will give you unique bonuses worth $30. We're talking free Epic Champion Aina, 200k silver, 1 energy refill, and 1 XP boost and 1 ancient shard so you can summon awesome champions as soon as you get in the game. All this treasure is available here and is only available for new players and only for the next 30 days. So get your hands on Raid right now by clicking the link in the description. Attacked. The next Ghost video comes from the Urban Exploration channel, Urbex Hill. Chris returns to an abandoned and supposedly haunted building where he encountered terrifying paranormal activity. In his previous exploration of this alleged haunted place, an evil entity was captured on camera, entering Chris's body and caused him to vomit excessively, and viewers were horrified by the evidence Chris caught. So Chris decided to return to this abandoned building in an attempt to capture even more paranormal activity. Well, maybe he shouldn't have. This is probably a very bad idea. I got my higher camera set downstairs. Which is advice.
I'm amazed how easily you can move such a giant shield around like it's nothing.
Really? It's not actually as heavy as it looks.
It's really reassuring to have someone like you protecting us, though.
You know, I guess I never realized it before, but looking back, I've always been the sort to put myself in harm's way to protect those around me, even before I joined the Elda Menencia Guard. So in a way, Using this shield to keep you all safe feels like it's what I was meant to do.
You don't need to worry about protecting me. I don't plan on relying on you.
That's okay. It doesn't matter if you do or not. I don't protect people because they ask me to. I do it because I want to, and because I think it's the right thing to do. That goes for you too, Dohalim.
Me?
Yes. You see, you and I both want the same thing. We have the same goal. That means it's in my best interest to continue to protect and keep you safe as well. Even now.
I'm not sure how much protecting I'll need either, but I appreciate the thought. I'm sure you'll do us proud, Kisara.
Right. You can all count on me.
What was Kelzalik even after in the end?
Isn't it clearly the throne for him? Execute Dohalim to get it.
To have known he couldn't hope to defeat a lord. He should have run while he had the chance, instead of holding himself up in the palace.
Maybe he thought he couldn't run? Either way, the outcome's the same.
So he got desperate and decided to go for broke?
One might argue that he was another victim of mine, in a sense.
Huh?
There is no greater calling in life to a Renin than the crown contest, yet I refused to take part. The shock he felt at that must have been truly immense. Enough to drive him to revolt, even though doing so meant defying Renin hierarchy.
I know I've said this before, but Dahnans and Renins wouldn't coexist here if it wasn't for your stance.
But that was no lofty idealism on my part, nor do I feel any pride at what occurred.
Spare us the pity party. You literally just joined us to uphold those ideals.
Shionne?
No, she's absolutely correct. I shall speak no more of my misgivings.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle?
Mahag Sar. That makes 4 out of the 5 realms that I've visited now.
I wonder what kind of lord we're gonna find there.
It doesn't matter. If they try to get in our way, we'll take them down and that'll be that.
This will be a delicious piece of cake! Gemini Aqua!
Ignite!
Mega Ray!
Slash! Try this!
Eat this! Steel Force! If they rush you, you gotta jump for cover, okay? Power up! That freaking Annihilation! Mega Ray!
Charge like that can easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
Searing Flame! Reload!
Eat this!
Here's a healing arc!
Anything in armor is alright!
Not in your dreams!
Slash!
The heavens must be smiling.
There's something in the... I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, this is Taka Pond. And it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Renin eyes. Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble. I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod. You must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you. Here, let me show you how it's done. Now where might those fish be? Ha!
The horrifying moans from something can be clearly heard again coming from the bushes. This time Yamaku's had enough. Sticking to the bushes, and the strange sounds suddenly stop. Yamaku decides he wants to get to the bottom of this strange phenomena occurring.
Not my lucky day, I
He
guess.
decides to use a FLIR thermal imaging camera in an attempt to capture whatever could be making these terrifying noises. 3 nights later, he gets his chance.
Not my lucky day, I guess. I've got a good feeling about this one. Dagnabbit! It got away.
The creepy noises can be heard echoing again out of the bushes in front of Yamaku's house. He scans the area with his thermal imaging camera, but strangely, he doesn't see anything. Yamaku suspects that these noises are either from the deceased previous owner or from an ancient tomb buried beneath. What do you think could be making these horrifying sounds? Is it something paranormal? You tell me. The ghost of Stanley Halls. The next ghost video comes from one of the most legitimate
I've got something.
investigations.
I'll let you go this time.
Stanley Halls was built by philanthropist William Stanley to assist him with his inventions. However, ghost investigation discovered that William Stanley also
There we go.
seances and used the Stanley Hall to build a meeting place. Many sightings of ghosts.
Dagnabbit! It got away.
Visitors at the allegedly haunted building. Ghost hunters settle their equipment and begin their paranormal investigation by asking a bunch of questions where they get some pretty clear answers.
Reel it in.
A short while into the capture this on camera.
Down on that table there.
I'll catch something bigger next time.
Could have been worse. At least you caught something.
Ha!
If you go anywhere near them, would you like to sit down at the table? And we'll come down and join you.
Reel it in.
Mr. Stanley, sir. Can you please come to the seat? What else is here?
Anybody could reel in that.
Not too shabby, friend.
Behind you, Phil. You're welcome to come and join us.
And that's all there is to it.
You're welcome to come and join us.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me.
Did you hear that?
Kisara? I think I've seen enough.
Can you shout out louder?
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins. Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. And some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
When you put it like that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
You're just in it for the food.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente. So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us.
Okay! Static camera still recording captures this.
I'm always amazed what healing arts can...
Captured on the Ghost Hunter's night vision camera in the main hall area of Stanley Halls. A mysterious shadowy figure can be seen moving in the window of a door. But who is it? The dark shadowy figure can only be seen in one of the two windows as he slowly moves across it. It then disappears.
Is it just me? Or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey, though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it. I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
Soho Karen. At the end of 2020, a video went viral
that showcased the later named Karen. Taking place at the Arlo Hotel in Soho, Manhattan, New York, Mia Ponsetto couldn't find her phone. Instead of being calm and rational, she decided to accuse a random black person, 14-year-old Cam Harold Jr., of stealing it. He didn't have it. She was playing 14 stories in an Uber. With Ponsetto also losing patience with Harold's father, she tackled the young boy to the ground, all of which was caught on camera. In the aftermath, a warrant was issued for her arrest. After a brief car chase, the cops got her. But she made it worse for herself by
Did we really just spend that much money?
a hate crime and received 2 years of probation.
Now, if Ponsetto fails to comply with the terms of the plea deal, she is facing up to 4 years.
Why are you looking at me like that?
That armor you wear is standard issue for the Menancian Guard, right?
Originally, I've added some flair to it in a lot of places.
I noticed, especially with that open back.
We guardsmen pride ourselves on never showing our back to our enemies. It's my way of making myself live up to that. Plus, it makes it that much lighter and easier to maintain.
Dohalim, do you have anything to say about this?
Every guardsman is allowed to wear their armor as they see fit.
And you, Law?
Huh? Why are you asking me?
There's just one problem. Another apparently loud dog mixed up with Joseph's. After the video spread online, she was ID'd as Emma Sarli.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit. Maintaining your shield? It's becoming a familiar sight.
Miguel was the one who taught me how to maintain my equipment after I first joined the Guard. Now, it's just a part of my routine.
Your brother always seems to come up whenever I talk to you.
That's because we had no other relatives, so it was just the two of us growing up. He was my idol, the one I looked up to and wanted to be like. When I became a guardsman, Lagiel wasn't too pleased to see me at first. It was Miguel who really welcomed me aboard.
Lagiel? Oh, right. She was Miguel's second in the Gold Dust Cats, wasn't she?
That's right. She's always been a very critical and down-to-earth person. In other words, the complete opposite of a dreamer like me.
You're more an idealist than some pie-in-the-sky dreamer.
Even so, that's my brother's doing. He'd never let me stop seeing a brighter world. He always did what he could to keep me smiling and happy.
You must have meant a lot to him.
He wasn't just kind either. He always worked so hard to set an example for me and everyone else around him. He was a true big brother. So much so that when he thought I was asleep, he'd slip out of the house to go training on the outskirts of town.
You seem to know a lot about it.
That's because I only pretended to be asleep and would follow after him. You know what? I'm at a good stopping point with my shield. If you've got time, how about I tell you a couple more Miguel stories?
I guess I'd better get comfortable.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
Something feels odd here. Beyond... No guard.
All right.
There's nowhere to run from my art.
he slows down, that's our chance!
It's like trying to keep up with a wall!
It's time!
Lightning Storm! Annihilation! Mega Red!
In a bind?
Try this!
Now, take this!
Infernal Torrent!
Can't get out of this!
I'm on it!
Mega Red! Sleep now!
Infernal Torrent! You're mine! Got this over!
Do it!
Now or never!
You're mine!
Now!
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Dahnan relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Dahnan history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course. That treasure. What a sweet-sounding ring it has.
You really think so?
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're comfortable with them then?
Oh yeah. We used to run up and down these slopes all the time for our training exercises.
Damn. You weren't messing around.
More Dahnan ruins here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here?
Maybe they just had that much time and energy on their hands.
I sure have built up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured, we have reached the top. It's all downhill from here, quite literally.
So Mahag Saar's just up ahead then?
Indeed. If you look, across this mountain is the Lord's Keep.
What's that big tower over there?
I hate camping out.
They really believe in their mind that they have a right to just stop any person of color.
I may have exerted myself a little too much today.
I just noticed none of you other Danans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danan slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman. And this is my chance to have a new beginning.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Danan, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Danans in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Danans in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit.
Sorry for rambling on so much about my past earlier.
Don't sweat it. It was fun hearing you reminisce about the good old days.
Come on, you don't have to pretend with me. I know I can tend to go on sometimes when it comes to my brother.
You said it, not me. Anyway, I don't think it's something for you to be embarrassed about.
Hey, Alphen. When you were a kid, was there ever a time when you had to bury someone younger than you?
Well, it's hard to say. I'm guessing that you have, though.
Yeah. During the previous crown contest, with the Lord before Dohalim. Life back then was truly hell. I think that's why I tried to ignore what Miguel was telling me for so long. Because I was afraid of going back to such a dark time. Of losing hope. I wanted to believe in our paradise so much that I doubted the one person I should have trusted most. I don't blame blame Dohalim for that. I simply didn't want to face facts. And I ended up trying to project my ideals onto everyone else.
It's strange. Whenever you and Dohalim talk about Menancia, it's always like it's some big failure. We're talking about fixing 300 years worth of damage here. Isn't it a bit optimistic to think it was all going to be resolved after only 5?
You might be right. Maybe it was a mistake when Menancia... No. When I decided to stop seeing the darkness in our society. I have to admit the truth. To myself, first of all. I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Rise and shine. We're almost ready. To leave.
Guess I misread the landing. Not this way, I guess. Not this way, I guess.
That enemy looks strong. I bet it'll be worth our while to fight it.
Bronson Reed, NXT Championship. It's my feeling like it's the universe which is often meticulously designed, especially during its best golden years. NXT is still a wrestling promotion. That means all kind of different storylines.
What's this place here? Some kind of old house?
I don't know about that. If I had to guess, it probably served as some kind of shrine.
So still a house, in a sense. Just for a god.
I have a bad feeling about this.
I'm only getting started. Dance in the wind! Mega Ray! Photon Blast!
No further!
Denied!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like it'd be hard for me. Truly!
No complaints here!
Mega Ray!
That's enough!
Now! Astral Energy!
Say no more! Shot!
Well done! One more time!
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Right.
Do it, Ron!
Check out these biceps. Pretty glorious, right?
Why are guys so obsessed with their muscles?
Because these puppies have yet to let me down.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Take this!
You
got fire!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
The enemy wields arts. All yours! I can carve through armor!
This one's mine!
Infernal turret!
Power of water! Do it! Astral Energy!
Say no more! Shot!
Well done!
Infernal turret! Swallow blade! Try this! Infernal turret! Talon hurricane!
Now!
The tide of battle has turned. That's the power of comrades in arms.
Now! Comrades in arms!
What? Too sentimental?
Still got a ways to go!
Oh, this looks nice and tough.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Take this! Infernal turret!
Energy! Mega Ray!
Try this!
I'm also good with airborne targets.
Swallow blade!
I can handle it!
Can't get out of this!
Still!
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Burning air! Searing tornado!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Dance in the wind! Seal! Lord Sapphire! Glimmer Dragon! Pierce Eagle! Freeze Lantern! Dragon Shell!
Not today!
Raging Cascade! Glimmer Dragon! Spread! Dance in the now! Searing flame!
In an instant! Impact block!
Here I go! I never miss!
Now you see what I can do!
I'll be saving this one!
Elusive Key!
Now!
Twin left! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
trapped in darkness, pierced by light.
I call it the Rindo Special. This won't be easy. Don't be such a pessimist. Get ready! Infernal turret! Mount into the flame! Airborne beast! My spectre! Here's a healing heart!
Try to frickin' does it!
First aid!
Can't get out of this!
I can handle it!
Far enough!
Gravitas field!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
I'm only getting lightning here!
Burn in hell! You made quick work of it! Want me to pick up your slack then? Do it! Just pointing it out!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
With this, I can become even stronger!
Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman and Sia of its enemies, and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along, but it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes. I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag Saar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already. I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Been looking for you.
For me? Why?
He's tough.
Who are you? You said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life. That is all I desire.
Then why are we fighting? Who even are you?
Get out of there with you! Reload! Away! Thunder Steel! Flame! Reload! Healing art! This one is mine! I never miss!
Who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal!
Your speed is unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
Now we're not...
Dance to the wind! Healing art!
I owe you one.
Take this!
Glacial Spear! Piercing the handle! Dance to the wind! Steel! Let's take you out of your misery!
This is now!
Let's go!
Who are you human?
To stop you dying?
Right. Take this.
Power storm! By the power of water!
Blow away!
Lightning orb! Mega ray! Annihilation! Supernova! Raging cascade!
Take this.
I'm on it!
Sleep now!
Shattering
Get on in there with the others!
Attack us!
I'm ready!
Enjoy.
I'm on it!
You require help.
I can't flame!
In a bind? Stay away from my friend!
Down from death's abyss! Resuscitation! Lightning!
That's gonna smart.
Fall! Mega ray! She might have handled
This one's all mine! Ignite!
Show me your strength.
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down.
Denied!
Wind after
Glacial
away.
Pierce evil! Ready! Freeze lancer!
Fall.
Here's a healing arc! Here goes! Dance in the
Take
wind!
this.
Sleep now!
Enjoy.
Glacial spear! Pierce evil! Freeze
I hope this
lancer!
thing is medically approved, so this happens. Here.
Healing
Prepare
circle!
to be CEO. Feel like me. Take this. In a bind?
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die.
But then, after Rollins hit the pole with the sledgehammer, the ref called for the bell and ended the match. Stop it. Right. After this finish, in the order of also undermined the entire Hell in a Cell stipulation. The Undertaker versus Goldberg.
A wretch like you?
Two men defined by their head-to-head for the
Till next time.
Tombstone, but
Shion,
it couldn't have helped either way.
wake up,
A bad
please.
match is one thing, but a match that ended up endangering the lives of two legends is pretty much unforgivable. Both men will struggle to erase this catastrophe from their resumes, which is a crying
Thanks,
shame
but you're
considering
kind
the
of crushing me.
Sorry.
That's why it's
It's
our pick
okay.
for the worst WWE match of 2019.
And so am I.
Since Galileo invented the telescope in 1609, we've been using it to gaze at and
It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought
I'm
you were...
fine. Really.
Number 10 spot, we have exit signs. This backrooms footage has a date and time
What the hell were you thinking?
2007 at
Well,
9:23
you were
p.m.
trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides, I...
Hmm?
Signs. This backrooms
Never mind.
footage has
It's
a
nothing.
date and timestamp of
Anyway,
June 14th,
thank you.
2007 at 9:23 p.m.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
There's a bit of a confusing situation at the heart of
Alphen?
SMP.
Sorry.
In Westminster. There was a bit of a turmoil.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
A few hours yesterday, well, today, because news changed so quick. There was an attempt.
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine, really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Dahnan astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Nias, the capital of Mahag Sar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest. Hey.
playing Assassin's Creed Chronicles is like China, which is one of those side-scrolling ones that we never played. I don't think I'll play them. It's not my type of game. But yeah, I mean, we'll rate them up. So yeah, till next time, I'll go on one. Peace.